Mhm. Hello, we're live. Hello, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome to another edition of the Lunchtime Chats. I'll give everybody a minute to get on board. Let me get this thing out of the way. Okay. Is that actually okay? That's just something on the screen. Okay. Welcome, everybody. So good to be back here. We have some interesting things to talk about. For those of you who are connected into Facebook still, so I've avoided that particular platform for years, ever since COVID, and I kind of started getting back on it again. So I've been posting things, and I posted the some deep gamers responses to the introduction of DeepSeek AI, and there's things in there. This is earth shattering, guys. Even though the media isn't talking about it, a lot of it's because they're probably not smart enough. I hate to say it that way, but man, humanity just doesn't understand what is upon them right now. So I want to talk about this. I want to talk about the significance, the impact, and also our empowered way through it. I see it and I understand it much better now. So I think I could put it into some good words for you guys. So I'm excited to talk about that with you. And there's a couple other pieces I want to weave in here, just so we can see how the deep, I don't know, shenanigans is unveiling itself. It can't hide anymore. And this is great news for us. That means the default level of our empowerment is afoot. We just need to be able and willing and agile enough, adaptive enough to really, take the reins. So welcome, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. For those of you who are new, my name is Christina, and I am a consciousness acceleration expert. And we are here to talk about those topics and issues that are significant for us starseeds, way showers, and new paradigm visionaries. We have capacities, we have abilities that's not embraced by our larger human family. And therefore, the dumbed down conversations that are all over the social media, news outlets, and, the basic conversations of humanity do not satiate us on the level that we see it or on the level that we're engaged. And I am here to just up level that conversation to where we are at, where it's meeting our capacities, meeting our abilities as multidimensional humans that have abilities to see through many dimensions at once. And that makes a different experience here in the 3D world. So I want to empower you guys and serve you guys in the best way I know how, to show and talk about these things so you can see the liberated perspective in these really, really tricky times right now. So we can all agree this is a time of great transformation. We can all agree that there is a lot happening in the world, and we've all talked about this. This is what it's going to look like with the shifting of the ages. And what I'm seeing right now is that the collective is still on cruise control. They are not keeping up. The collective consciousness is not keeping up with the advancements of technology. Is not doing it. And this is a bit frustrating for people like you and I that have advanced capacities, because it's like we see what's going on, but no one else does. And who are we going to say these things to, right? Who's going to really understand it? And not only that, who's actually going to do something that is in the vein of, for the benefit of humanity, for the benefit of life versus self-serving, right? Those of us who are, I'm just going to say, they have these capacities or are awoke as a multidimensional being. With it is this innate desire to live in such a way where all life benefits from our existence. And it's not that we don't do things that are personally important to us. We absolutely do. But what happens is that what is innately important to us is also serving the benefit of other life, all other life on this planet. Okay, so it's a win-win for everybody. That is how we are encoded. Now the rest of humanity is like they have cement shoes on, walking through mud with their consciousness. They are so distracted into the emotional charge of things, the politics, the narratives, doesn't matter if you're left or right. It's all drama that actually doesn't mean anything. We think it does because we're told it does, but it actually does not mean anything in the larger scope of things. So, hello, dear sister Carol. Good to see you, love. Hello, Felicia. Good to see you. These are my two regular sisters here. Um, all right, Felicia has something to say real quick. I'm just going to jump in. It says, "Wow, am I glad to be with you all? So much improvement in my diagnosis of lupus. Oh, good for you, darling. Being helped by the Creator Beings radionic essential oils with herbal teas. Lost a bunch of edema last night. Congratulations, darling. So happy to hear that you're on your way back to healing. You know, and holistic healing is so much more than, there's so many components to it. And it's always a very unique formula to what our particular thing is, right? So when we make strides like that, it's definitely something to be celebrated, because that means some deep, deep personal, emotional, spiritual strides have been made as well. So congratulations, darling. Happy for you. All right, let's get into it. So a couple days ago, I posted an article. Not an article. I posted a reaction video done by a gamer named Osmongold. Now, a lot of you guys that listen to this, you're in a different demographic than the younger generation. So I first have to explain to you who Osmongold is, right? So this is a very, very prolific. I mean, he's got millions of followers. The guy has been doing this for, I think, over a decade, probably starting when he was a teenager. I don't know. I don't really know his whole story, but he's a gamer. So people make a lot of money by other people watching them play video games. Okay, that is totally a thing, right? So this guy has made millions on Twitch doing crowd watching video games and interacting and all this stuff. And now he does these reaction videos to all sorts of things, not just commentary like politics, which he's totally not into the political narrative. He watches stuff and then just gives his basic opinion on it, right? He's not left or right. Sometimes the things he says seems left, and sometimes the things he says seems right, and sometimes what he says is like neither or. So he's really an authentic kind of guy. Very different kind of human than I'm normally engaged with, but I really value his perspective because of the technological aspect. These young gamers really, really understand technology, and they understand technology like on a whole nother level, right? So all this research I've been doing and exploration and investigation I've been doing with the WBAN, you guys know about that. And what I've been, the nanotechnology, the, all this stuff, it's like to these guys, and surveillance capitalisms, these guys, it's a very matter-of-fact thing. It's not surprising at all. They already know about it, and a lot of them feel like it's a good thing because it makes their gaming experience, it enhances their gaming experience. So having your biofield being read by your video game is a good thing. And they also know that it's also read during commercials. So because they actually on Twitch, I didn't know this, but on Twitch, if you walk away from a commercial, it'll stop playing and wait for you to come back, right? If you look away and you're not watching the commercial will stop playing and wait for you to look back at the screen. Okay. Now, for those people who, and my, what are we? We're Gen Zs, right? Gen Zs and olders, this kind of thing, this kind of idea is really freaky, but to them, it's like, no big deal. They know about it. It's been this way for years, right? So this is one of the reasons why I really appreciate the perspective that I get from these guys. So I posted a reaction video that Osmongold did to the release of the DeepSeek AI. And I know to the average human, and actually none of the people in the news even get it, but this is everything, guys. This is everything. And no one's talking about it, which just really tells me it is everything. Now, on the surface, what people are saying is that it's revolutionary. They're saying it's revolutionary because these Chinese mathematicians, just as a side gig to what they actually do, they developed the self-learning technology with a fraction of the cost that it has, that OpenAI and other kinds of technologies on this level have been developed. They're acting like that's the big deal, right? which it is. It's a big deal. It totally undercuts everything that the US does. And you guys don't realize this, but the US, our government, we don't share. Our government doesn't share. If we definitely leverage control and power whenever we can. This is what our government does. And in the AI market, what our government has done is that we have the patents and we have the cutting edge technology on GPUs, not CPUs, GPUs. What's the difference? CPUs are they're talking about computing. GPUs is graphics. And who uses graphics? Gamers. What's and GPUs, the level advanced GPUs that we have right now in this country or in this technology is holographic, which means it uses advanced processing powers that only a GPU can do, which is the only kind of computer chip that AI can use. You see what I'm saying? So AI, the calculations that AI does can only be done through holographic technology. That's a really big deal, guys. Think about this, because this is you understand that there's a massive simulation going on right now, and people don't know the difference between what some people would call organic versus synthetic, right? They say synthetic instead of, I would say synthetic over artificial. Either way, it's all creator. So don't get lost in the weeds on that one. I don't want to, but let me keep going, because I'm getting to what the big deal is, right? But you can see that people don't think at the level that this technology is advancing at. Okay, so our government has trade embargoes on these GPU chips. That is why OpenAI is the leading technology, and this is why they're so pissed, because DeepSeek blows it out of the water, and they blew it out of the water for a fraction of the price in a fraction of the time, and they weren't supposed to be capable of doing that because they don't have the GPU chips. So what does that mean? What does that mean? Right? So that means, well, there's a couple factors here. So let me back up a little bit. Stick on this one point, that I just made, right? They shouldn't be able to do that technology because they don't have the GPUs to do it, and they're not supposed to because the US has a trade embargo on it. All right, just remember that point. I have to dance in a couple other directions now. So this also is making blockchain, by the way, completely irrelevant, and I'm going to get to that one too. I'm so excited about this, you guys. I really need you guys to hear this and let it land so you understand the level of change that we're in for. Okay, because no one's getting it. If they did, everybody would be talking about that and not talking about anything else. It wouldn't matter what kinds of executive orders are being signed. It won't, all this other drama, the hearings, all this other drama would be second to this main story. Okay, so going to the WBAN. Oh, I have to get off YouTube for this. Okay, if you're on YouTube, switch over to Rumble right now, because I'm about to go into some topics that I cannot talk on YouTube because I don't want to get our channel taken down. So I'm going to go ahead and end the YouTube stream, and then I'll meet you over there in Rumble. Okay. Uh-oh, what'd I do? Oh, I did it again. Hold on. I hit the wrong button. Okay. For real now.